And we are live from LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. It's Revening's Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday, Revenue Party people. We've got hot topics, hot prizes, and hot guests. Hopefully you can't hear the cicadas because I am outside in Mount Prospect, Illinois tonight. And there are a lot of really loud cicadas here in Illinois. I would love to know, where are you tuning in from tonight? Put it in the comments. And do you have cicadas? Or what other kind of noise do you have? Maybe some city noise, maybe some horses. I don't know, like who's tuning in tonight? Let us know. Be sure to check out Secta AI. If you've been following me across channels, I've been posting a lot of AI headshots. And I want to get you 20% off using my affiliate link for Secta AI and get your own AI headshots that just make it easier to post content across social channels. And also, of course, there's always the tip jar. You can pause this if you want to come back. And StreamYard. I use StreamYard to cast all of these live streams. And it's what we use to be creative and add all of the creative stuff to the screen and show the comments. So we like to teach people how to use StreamYard as well. It is a preferred platform on tools like LinkedIn. So why don't you learn how to do it too in the Taking Up Space program? But that is my StreamYard affiliate link. So if you don't want to do the program, you can just try out the tool. But Cherry Assistant, they also helped with this episode and they are a sponsor tonight. So if you're looking for help with optimizing and scaling your business very efficiently, talk to DJ Kim and Cherry Assistant. They're giving away 10 hours of free virtual assistant service tonight. No noise right now, but we did have a lovely thunderstorm this afternoon. That's nice to hear, Elizabeth. I'm glad you don't hear noise here. But yeah, check out Cherry Assistant. Sabrina, thank you for being here in the comments. Thank you for also helping to host this show and put it together on StreamYard. I'm really grateful for all the help that she does with coordinating and helping to make this possible. But really check out Cherry Assistant because they can do it for you too. And they do more than just social media. They can help you with your sales. They can help you with data entry. Talk to DJ Kim, watch the ad at intermission to learn more about them. And High Level. High Level is my everything tool, and they've been my everything tool even before I started going live. So check out High Level if you are looking for a CRM and a marketing tool that is literally only $97 a month. No more big SaaS annual contracts getting locked in for these tools. You can get all those features very budget friendly. And I have when you do the $97 account, you can have 3 accounts on there. So yourself and 2 others. So definitely check out High Level. This is my 30-day free trial for you to take a peek at it. But I'd love to help you. We go over this on the Taking Up Space program as well. But I want to make sure I bring in the guests here very soon. But so let me make sure that I show you our prizes for tonight. So please start entering to win the High Level swag pack. They're giving away really awesome t-shirts, a water bottle. It's really cool. I want you to win it. So tag High Level in the comments to enter to win. We'll give it away at the end of the show to one lucky winner. And then tag Cherry Assistant. You can do this across channels. So if you can't tag them, just put Cherry Assistant without the @ and it'll register. So if you're on LinkedIn or Facebook or the channels where they are and you tag them at Cherry Assistant, the @ disappears. You know what I mean? When you click on them. So tag Cherry Assistant or just write Cherry Assistant in the comments to enter to win 10 free hours of virtual assistant service. We're giving away a Headset Advisor professional headset. So Put in hashtag headset to win this wireless headset to help you with all of your Zoom calls. I wish I had them here with me in Chicago, but it works best with Zoom. So if you're on your Zoom calls, you don't want to be strapped to your chair all day on your sales calls. You want to walk around your house, get Headset Advisors, free wireless headset, and hashtag email will enter you to win the Lavender Chrome extension. So Lavender is a tool that will help you optimize your email. And I love Lavender because it helps me with the tonality and being more concise in my cold emails. And I apologize if you're hearing the airplanes going over. But last but not least, we've got prize 5 and prize 6. So prize 5 is hashtag personal branding to enter to win the Taking Up Space program. It is a little bit changing right now, but for the next month, you will have access to whatever it is. And I think I'm moving to 2 days a week, at least for this week. That is what we did. So catch us Friday. If you enter to win and you want to join us, we would love to have you. We're going over lots of cool things. We do meditation, hypnosis. We talk about the glass ceiling shatterer framework. We're talking about taking up space online across social media channels, going live, and so much more. Build your business, make your money, monetize yourself. So hashtag revenue, though, is going to enter you to win our guest prize. So I'm going to bring them here in just a moment, but make sure you're putting in hashtag revenue to get 30 minutes free with Tenyse, and you're going to see why here in just a moment. But also, you want to enter to win these amazing, delicious treats from Safely Delicious. I'll get the one that doesn't have the note. But these, I've been like trying not to snack on these because I wanted to make sure that we gave them away to you. So I've been looking at them for a while. So make sure that you enter to win hashtag revenue to take home those 2 prizes from our guests. And let me bring them in here now. Welcome to the show, Tenyse and Lisa. Thank you so much for being here. Can you both hear me? I think both of you are on mute. I just unmuted you, Tenyse, and I'm unmuting you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Definitely. Thank you for inviting us to participate and be part of this exciting conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to put up our 2-minute clock. Tenyse, could you kick us off and tell us your full life story?
Yes, so I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a fourth generation Brooklynite, specifically a fourth generation Bed-Stuy Orient. That's what I like to call it. A couple of things about me. I am adventurous. I recently climbed a volcano in Indonesia. Well, that was part of a wedding party, so that was really cool. I'm also used to play lacrosse. So I started one of the first Brooklyn lacrosse teams, and just competitiveness is in my blood. And my first, I would say, start in public relations was my grandmother. She owned a soup kitchen based in Crown Heights during the 90s, during the 90s drug epidemic here in Brooklyn. She had a nonprofit organization that just helped the community, had a soup kitchen, and it was a group home. And I helped her, prepped her for interviews. She was able to get her first interview in the New York Times, the New York Daily News, and New York One News. So when I was 11 years old, I was like, hey, I like this. I love telling people stories. I love helping nonprofits and organizations and communities and amplify their business and their stories. And long and behold, here I am in my field. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that story. We love having, passionate entrepreneurs like yourself on stage here at WinsDay. So looking forward to learning more. And Lisa, want to hear it from you as well. Your full life story in 2 minutes. So Tenyse didn't even use the full 2 minutes. So that's some really skill right there, doing it with 30 seconds left. So Lisa, it's really on now. Can you do it in a minute and a half? We'll see, but you have 2 minutes. Let me put you full screen. Oh, there you are. You were on mute.
All right, awesome. So yeah, so I actually moved around a lot growing up. So I'm originally from New York. That's where I was born, in Brooklyn, and we moved, lived in Florida, lived in Idaho, back to New York, back to Idaho. Started college in Idaho, and originally I went to college thinking my interest at the time was theater, acting. Was looking at thinking that was going to be my career of choice, and then discovered the world of social work and sociology, and ended up changing my major, transferred to the University of Kansas, ended up changing my degree again, got a degree in sociology, and then went on and worked. Actually, ended up working though in marketing positions and business communications. Never really got the chance to use the whole social work sociology degree from that standpoint. Then got married. I have 4 kids. My kids now are like ages 17, 21, 24, and 26. And because of my kids, they all had food allergies. So when they were little, I used to create snacks that would look and taste similar to what their friends were eating. And so many years later, after I got divorced, and I decided to take this snack to work one day, and everybody thought that I bought it somewhere. I told them the story. They're like, "You should sell it." I went, "Okay." And that was really as simple as that, as to how Safely Delicious then came to life. And we've been going now since 2015. And, my passion, very entrepreneurial and just always looking to help others. So I guess that still came through. And I have a business that's helping others, but people with food allergies now. So did I do it? In 2 minutes?
You did it with time remaining.
All right, awesome.
And I apologize. Does anyone hear feedback? I think it might be coming on your end, Lisa. I'm going to mute you while I talk. So I think what that means is like maybe in the background, there's one of the social platforms is playing it. So I'm hearing it's coming back in the feed. But let us know in the comments. Did you hear me like twice just now? But where are you all tuning in from? And are you all in the audience? What are you doing tonight? Let us know. Want to know who we're talking with. But we're going to be getting into our first topic, which is, ooh, what is that noise? Does anyone else hear that? That was interesting. I just muted you, Tenyse. But our first topic for tonight is digital marketing and strategic partnerships. It could be me because I'm outside. There's cicadas, so who knows what other kind of background noises. But digital marketing and strategic partnerships. So this is Tenyse's topic to kick us off on tonight. So I'm really interested to hear where you take this with all of your expertise. So could you kick us off, Tenyse? Ooh, let me unmute you.
Oh,
there you are. Sorry about that.
No worries. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I would just start off. Strategic partnerships is what a lot of businesses need now. So when we think about public relations, we think about amplifying, bringing awareness to your business, right? But a lot of business owners or organizations don't think about collaboration. And I always like to say collaboration over competition. Let's see. It's like think about how your business can work with another organization that can amplify your mission. An example would be actually one of my clients, Vegan Hub, which is a vegan soul food restaurant in Harlem. They have an amazing nonprofit, sister nonprofit called Yes Academy, where they give homework help to the Harlem youth. And what's amazing is that they wanted to amplify their story. They wanted to bring more awareness about their mission. And I always like to say it's more than just a press mention, right? How can you really not only just collaborate with different organizations, but really nurture relationships to bring more eyes on your business and to also maybe bring awareness to a new target audience. So working with them was amazing. We were able to with my team and I, we were able to facilitate a partnership with Samsung this year. And one of the things that that Vegan Hood also stressed was that they really want to integrate technology within their food space. And I'm a techie girl, so I thought Samsung would be an amazing partnership. And Samsung also has events. They have an event space, and they have a like an HSN style kitchen like space. So that way, any sort of chefs or entrepreneurs could come in and they can do a live stream regarding their new like recipes or displaying the new menus. So overall, produced and hosted the event and nurtured those partnerships, and it was amazing. We were able to invite different press, different also investors, right? Because the bottom line is getting capital as well too. And then there were so many different members of the audience that was from all over New York City that did not hear or did not they weren't aware about the restaurant that was right in their neighborhood. So it was really cool for them to also have that relationship, to create that sort of partnership, and it brought new eyes to their business. So I would always like to say, think about what businesses or organizations that I can partner with, if especially if you're still in the startup phase, that can amplify and bring more awareness to my business. And overall, it was amazing because Samsung has a whole studio space. So we were able to use their studio. We were able to have an event. So thinking about not only the relationship, but also resources, right? That possibly you can use for your business that an organization is maybe looking for. They have a mission. They're looking for other brands or organizations to partner with. So I would definitely say right now in this day and age, think about strategic partnerships if public relations is something that you cannot do at this moment. How can you bring more eyes to your business? And then I'll leave you with that.
That's a really great point. Well, thank you for leaving us with that. And how creative, like you said, that was Samsung?
Yes.
Was it
Yes.
Samsung you were just talking about?
Yes.
So
And
cool. And
thank you. And also the partnership, what was great about it was that this was a small business, right? They at the time, their startup, they can't afford an ad in Times Square. Guess who had an ad in Times Square? Samsung. So they were able to promote their business for 3 days, 3 consecutive days in the middle of Times Square. And that's a value that, I mean, you cannot match, right? On a smaller scale. So this was just a fantastic partnership. But when we think about those things, it's just leveraging those relationships. So I wanted to add that in there as well.
yeah, no, it's a great point. Strategic partnerships can help us with digital marketing and all kinds of marketing. So, Lisa, I'm curious, in terms of strategic partnerships, how have you leveraged strategic partnerships to help you with Safely Delicious, which I'm sitting here munching on in the background? Oh, I got you on mute. I'm going to unmute you.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So when it comes to strategic partnerships for us, ideally, since we're in the space, we're in food, but then more specifically, allergen-free food. So, through the years, we have partnered with organizations that also work with people who have food allergies. We might sponsor events that are, for food allergy awareness, just a variety of things like that. Even in our own community, going and speaking to different groups when they're, wanting more information, I guess, about allergies or food allergies. So, myself, not just being the owner of this company, but I have personally lived in this space as a consumer with food allergies, and my kids having food allergies, and purchasing all those different products and out there. So, so for us, we're able to come at that whole strategic thing from, if you want to say the niche that my business happens to be in.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm getting that feedback again. I'm going to mute you while I'm talking, Lisa. So sorry. So, man, I want to know what the audience says. So I really liked Randy's comment. She said strategic partnerships is about access and reach. So that's a great point, Randy. And Brandy, I'm curious what kind of strategic partnerships you all are doing over at Headset Advisor, and anyone else. Like, how do you leverage partnerships? Um, Man, I'm thinking of Cherry Assistant. So they're a sponsor, but I also use their VA service myself, and we send each other business. And you know, DJ is really helpful to Reveting. He's the owner of Cherry Assistant, so it's just nice to have those businesses that you can bounce back and forth with and send each other referrals. But I'm curious from people in the comments, like, how are you leveraging strategic partnerships? And as you let us know, let's also transition into influencer marketing. So this was your topic, Lisa. So targeting the right audience. So talk to us about influencer marketing.
Um, I was prepared for storytelling. I'm sorry.
Did I?
You
Did I?
jumped in
Oh,
and
I'm
you
sorry.
All right, here we go. Yes, awesome.
That's my fault.
No, no, totally good. I was like, I'm prepared for it. So, for storytelling, for our business especially, our whole the backbone, if you want to say, of our business and our products has to do with storytelling. The story behind Safely Delicious. Why did I even start the company? What was the inspiration for my company or for my products? And that in itself, has allowed us to really connect in maybe in a different way than maybe other brands or other types of consumer goods, because people who also have food allergy, like, they can relate. If you go to our website, it has like the full story, the backstory of, just my experience with my children, and how Safely Delicious came to be a company, and then how we've come up with all these different products, and now we have two different lines of products, and other products in the wings that we're working on to release in the future. But integrating it also comes from, like, even with our social media platforms, or just again, and even back to different events that I'll participate in, just including that, making it, feel very relational when we are posting social media things, and even lately trying to experiment a little bit with TikTok, seeing us doing the packaging, or showing pictures when, like, our production facility is just crazy with stuff just people feeling like they're part of all of that, and they can relate, or they can feel like, we're this small business that's growing rapidly, and just from that standpoint, our loyal followers and our loyal customers do feel like they have a part in our success, and then they're sharing it with other people. So I do think integrating storytelling into all your marketing, that's a key part of growing your brand, growing, if you have a product, whether it's a product or a service that your company provides. I think that's definitely, for us, it's very much the backbone of who we are and how we came to be a company and continue to grow and continue to connect with consumers on what feels like a very personal level. So
Yeah, that's a great point, Lisa. And thank you for sharing that. And I think that's a good point for your brand too, like Safely Delicious, just like you said, because it goes back to when you had kids, and thinking about the allergies that mattered to you and your families, that impacted you daily. Um, and I know that you were working with some vegan brands too, Tenyse, it sounds like. So that's a really interesting common denominator that both of you have. But like with storytelling for you, Tenyse, how have you been able to leverage that? Maybe not with the vegan brands, but really in general, just with anything. And I don't know. And also, like, how do you use your story to build your personal brand too, Tenyse? I'm going to unmute you here.
Yes, love that. So, yes, storytelling, digital storytelling. So, I love to in this industry, or this chapter that we are in, right? It's now where the book is now being shown digitally, right? So, building a personal brand is all about consistency, and I would like to say I am, even with me with building my own personal brand, it's all about personal. It's really being personal with your audience, really bringing the authenticity behind your brand, right? And really just speaking with your audience. People want to, just like you talk to your best friend or one of your favorite colleagues. People want to also have that connection online. So realizing that as I'm continuing to grow my personal brand, and even when teaching, right, it's people are yearning for personal connections. And when it comes to storytelling, and even with influencer marketing, right, I want to think about the number one, and I want to leave this with you as well. The number one way to market things is to still word of mouth. People trust other people that they know. People trust their best friends. People trust their colleagues. People trust, like I said, the people that they know the best, right? So now it's a matter of really reflecting that online. And that's why when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to using the right influencers that matches your mission, that matches your brand, and that could really just showcase your mission online, to really hone in on that target audience and to build that digital community, can really amplify not only your personal brand, right, or and your business as well.
I also want to
It's a
add
really great point.
to that so along with those different channels where we can do our storytelling, I think it can also be effective to, like, for us, our stories on the back of our packaging. So if you have marketing materials or you have a product, or if there's any way where, again, you're able to tell even a small condensed version of your story, if you will, that, again, somebody, they look at the package, they see I'm a mom, I have 4 kids, so all of a sudden these other moms feel like this is a person that I can connect with, I understand them, I can relate, I've got kids too with food allergies. So that's like, other channels really where you can be telling your story as well. And that is indirectly a form of marketing as well for your business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Relatability. Like, you're relatable. I mean, when I saw your business, I was like, oh my goodness, it's gluten. Like, first thing I saw was like, it's vegan and gluten free, and I can like eat snacks and just not have the pressure. Like, I know it's healthy. I love
Yeah,
it. Right.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
right. So it's really just speaking, like you said, speaking to your audience.
Absolutely. And I think of like storytelling goes back to, even the ancient times, right? Like they had cave drawings, right? We were telling stories. Stories stick with the human brain. There's just something about the way we're wired that stories are something that drive us. We tell them over generations. And so, like, building that consistency, as you were saying, Tenyse, around just that story. And I think that you have just such a standout story, Lisa. And it stands out to me too as a vegan myself. I became a vegan in adult life, but it is very hard. I live in the Midwest, and on the coast, it might be much easier to find vegan food. I'm not sure, but in the Midwest, it can be very difficult, especially in Ohio, to find vegan restaurants and vegan snacks. So I appreciate those brands, especially you're in the Midwest. So it's a really great story, but I want to make sure that we do get into influencer marketing as well as scaling success here. But before we do so, let's hear a few words from our sponsors.
Check these emails. Wait, I need to write the script. Oh my god, I forgot to schedule all my content last week.
I know the chaos of running a one-person business can feel too much sometimes. Carry Assistant has become my secret weapon to success. Having an actual niche assistant has been so game-changing. But since bringing on one of their virtual assistants, they have been handling all my nitty-gritty tasks, from DMing people on my socials to following up with leads, even doing the cold outreach for me. Plus, they help with all the tedious admin tasks like managing emails, scheduling appointments, reminding me of appointments. Just imagine the time that you're going to have when you have an actual niche virtual assistant helping you with all these things. So with your assistant, you're never going to have to worry about the little things again. You get on a call with them That way they can actually gauge your business needs and they're going to help you fill the gaps. You go to cherrysystem.com, you can get on a call with one of them and they're going to help you find your person. Now you can actually finally free up some time to focus on building your empire.
Hey everyone, Jessie here, your guide to LinkedIn success. And I have some I want to show you how to do a voicemail drop. And voicemail drops can be really creative ways to reach your audience. And, many of us are spending a lot of time on the phone making calls, but hey, I'm here over in marketing to report that you can do a mass voicemail drop. And let me show you how. Log into my account here, Reviting. The hard part about any campaign is knowing your audience and knowing what you're going to say to them. Yeah, definitely check out Lead Magic if you haven't already. So what I love about Lead Magic is their lead scraper. You can see that right here. Also, another thing are the technographics. Then import that into High Level. So High Level for me, it's white labeled, it's app.reviting.com. So when you go in here, you're going to want to, you can get your contacts in here however you want, with the ones that you want to do the voicemail drop with. Once you know who you're sending your voicemail drop to, create a new workflow from scratch. And you can add in your trigger, which would be the tag that you add. For me, and for this example, I'll go ahead and say tag added. And it will be anyone who downloads my free LinkedIn 5-day challenge workbook that's on my LinkedIn page. And if you get that, we'll go ahead and wait just for a minute, save action, and then we're going to do voicemail. All right, so now I need to get a voicemail and I need an audio file. And luckily I have this just like free online tool. You can go to 123apps or online-voice-recorder.com. You can see it on the screen. And I am just going to record a voicemail. Hey, it's Jessie Lezak. Wanted to follow up with you about the 5-day challenge workbook and course that you downloaded and see what you thought of it, if you've had a chance to complete it, and how I can support you on your journey to LinkedIn growth. Give me a call back anytime. My cell phone number is 510-335-9355. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. We'll move this in a little bit. Move that in just a tad. Save. Open so I can't see. So here is my recording. There it is. It's loading. Hey, it's Jessie Lezak. Wanted to follow up with you about the 5-day challenge workbook and course that you did. And that's how people will get into the voicemail drop. And I think you should try a voicemail drop too. And if you would like some support on that, I would love to help you. Just give me a call. You already heard my number in the recording, 510-335-9355, or you can email me at Jessie, just my first name, JESSIE @reviting.com. That's REVETING.com. Hope to help you with your voicemail drop here soon. Thank you all for sticking around for those ads from our sponsors. Couldn't do this without them. Really, seriously, love both of their tools. The Cherry Assistant doesn't really have a tool. They just line you up with a really awesome VA who helps you with whatever it is that you're looking for service on. And then High Level is like a lot of the big SaaS providers that are like $20,000, $30,000 a year, but you get that technology for just $97 a month. So for a solopreneur like me, it allows me to do my marketing email, my website. You just saw me automating voicemail drops. You can do voicemail drops on a mass scale with it. It's really awesome. And for the record, Liz, when I saw your comment, I was like, okay, I'm going to open up one of these lemony ones just so I can report to you. It is amazing. So make sure that you put #revenue to enter to win these prizes. And since we're talking about prizes, Tenyse and Lisa, thank you both for sharing a prize. would you like to share a little bit about what they would be getting if they win #revenue? Tenyse, could you tell us about the 30-minute session a little bit?
Yes, so you get a 30-minute session, complimentary session with me. We're going to talk about all things strategic partnerships and digital marketing that can help bring more awareness to your business. And also, you will leave with with an ebook, an interactive ebook that we will go through, and that you will have after our session. So once you leave, you're going to have a plan. You're going to be ready to go, and you're going to have an ebook. So excited to meet
That
you
is
all.
so kind of you. Thank you so much, Tenyse. And Lisa, could you also share a little bit about your price?
Sure. So what we are offering is 3 large bags of our snacks. So we have our classic bites, which all of our snack bite products are a toasted rice cereal piece, and then different flavors. We'll have different chocolates and different maybe additional flavors. So the classic bites, for those of you that might be familiar with Muddy Buddies or Puppy Chow, this is going to be the allergen-free version, and it does taste and look just like that. So for those of you with food allergies, you're going to love it. And even if you don't have food allergies, you're still going to love it. And then the other snack bite is it's inspired by the summer. It's our lemony bites, and that's going to be made with white chocolate and lemon. Refreshing lemon is in that one. And then that middle bag we got there is our Casey style. That was one of our that's a newer product line we came out with a couple years ago, and that is kind of like your answer to, say, a Chex Mix. But again, all of our products are free of the top 11 food allergens, vegan, gluten-free, nothing artificial, no preservatives, low sodium, high iron. They're just wonderful. And the Casey style was inspired from our business being in Kansas City. So it has a little bit of like a barbecue-y taste to it. And it has 4 delicious allergy-friendly ingredients kind of mixed in together to make it our Casey's, our savory medley mix. So that's what our winner will be receiving from us.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Lisa. I'm sitting here like snacking on these. I have them. She was so kind to share some with me. Got the lemon ones going. And yes, Mark, Headset Advisor is an awesome headset. So thank you both of you for sharing a prize. So make sure you're putting in #revenue to enter to win 30 minutes with Tenyse and then those 3 delicious treats. But let's get into our third topic. So influencer marketing, targeting the right audience. I'm curious to hear about this one. Could you kick us off, Tenyse?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing is that it's authenticity over popularity, and Lisa and I, we were touching on that, right? Being relatability, right? So when you think about your target audience, right? Your target audience, they crave right now. We crave a genuine connection. Like I said, you want to be that person's like favorite colleague or best friend or a person they can relate to online. So making sure that you can lead your company to partner with influencers who share their real stories, their honest opinions. Because think about it, when you go to your favorite restaurant or if you're trying something new, we go right to Google, right? And we look at the reviews. If we order something from Amazon or a product, we look at the reviews because we want to just weigh our options, right? So when you think about that, just make sure that you're partnering with the influencer that gives their honest feedback. As well as create that sort of digital community for your brand. And we'll talk about the rise of micro nano influencers next, Jesse. So let me know. I'm excited to delve into that.
Ooh, micro influencers. Yeah, that is a good one. I think I consider myself, I think I align more as a micro influencer myself. But let's hear from you a little bit, Lisa. Have you worked with influencers or what's your take on all of this?
An area that, there we go. That is an area of marketing for our business that has been strongly encouraged for us to consider using. We've not yet had that experience quite yet. I do think there is amazing value in working with influencers, especially when you maybe do have a niche product, or, you know, for us, again, being in that allergen-free world, I think right now we're trying to figure out like who would be the best influencers though for us to work with, being, you know, food allergy specific. So so that's where may have to follow up with Tenyse and have her help me figure that out. But I know other businesses that have been extremely successful using that as part of their marketing plan. And I think there's any more, especially with all the different social media platforms, you know, having that as part of your toolbox in the way of for marketing for your, again, your service, your product, your company, any of that stuff. I think there's great value in that. Absolutely.
It's a great point. So we do have time. Tenyse, could you tell us a little bit about the micro influencer stuff that you were potentially going to get to?
Yes, absolutely. So, okay, I'm going to nerd out. So bear with me.
Please.
So what was cool, and I'll talk about one of my case studies, but there is a huge rise of micro and nano influencers, right? So micro influencers are people that have a niche. They have a following that is less than 10,000. And usually when you think about influencers, you're thinking about their followers. How many followers do they have? But we have to hone in on the engagement. Unfortunately, a lot of brands and businesses that I work with, unfortunately, they're getting scammed, right? People are buying followers. There's followers that are fake. You just don't know. So you really want to hone in, and this is what I specialize in. And that's why I said I'm a nerd out, is the data and statistics on the engagement. How are people interacting? How are people talking about your brand, talking about your business? So now, there has been a shift with influencers, where people are just they want things that are more authentic, not sort of, I would say, like HSN style, right? So with micro influencers, it's great is that a lot of these people, they want to promote themselves or build their personal brand, and a lot of startup companies or businesses that are just getting their feet wet, like I say, they are able just to send product to these certain micro influencers, and they're able to have more impact because let's just say they have 2,000 followers, but hey, if 1,500 people buy your product, that's a pretty great reach, or that's a pretty great margin, right? Or KPI, right? So now a lot of major companies, they're starting to look at, okay, who are people that I can micro influencers that I can partner with, that I can save money, and also I can use their content and really hone in on maybe a different audience. So it's cost effective, and it brings a more authentic relationship with their followers as well.
Yeah, it's such a great point. And just side note, I do a little bit of selling on TikTok. And so like from April up until now, I just started like posting a whole bunch of videos on TikTok, and then became a TikTok seller, started getting all these free samples. And it's a whole other realm, but I could see where for B2B, where I normally reside, you know, marketing or influencer marketing and micro influencers, it's a little bit different. But on the TikTok side, it's really kind of like a direct benefit because you're getting a commission on a lot of these products. It can go pretty big if you. TikTok's weird though. Like I can't pin it down. It'll go viral for the most random reasons. But yeah, I digress. It's really interesting. But would either of you share any more on influencer marketing before we transition on to the next topic? Anything else, or anything from the audience? What up, girl? Good show. Hey, Mark Mac. Glad to have you here. It's been a while since Mark Mac's been around at the show, so always good to see him. But yeah, influencer marketing is such an interesting topic these days. I almost feel like influencer marketing has been like, I don't know, like it's sort of a bad word in some ways, right? Like people don't want to go on social media, talk to that influencer. Like some of the social media platforms are even doing things to make sure that you don't have as big of spikes. So like, it's a battle. Your influencer thing might be the way to win. The way to
The other thing that I would like to add, that I've seen a lot of for people, especially small businesses, to keep in mind or be aware of is, a lot of times, especially I have found on Instagram, you'll just start getting basically spam. You'll start getting these messages from people claiming to be influencers and, whatever it might be. And so I think to, some of the stuff Tenyse was saying about, just really being careful about if you're getting messages like that, especially if you're a small business, a lot of times they're not legit. And so, really doing your homework on that, asking other people, finding out, then what are other companies maybe they have in fact successfully worked with before committing, asking them to send you, samples of stuff they've done. And I mean, there's just, I think, but these days, unfortunately, there's a lot of that scamming going on. So just being careful about that, especially when you're a small business and you're just excited and you want to have everybody know about you, and the influencer marketing thing is legitimate. And I think it can be hugely successful, but it can be, you just have to be careful with that.
It's true. And you got to be careful about what comes inbound on any of your channels, especially because like on Facebook, I was just talking to someone about this today. On company pages on Facebook, you're always getting like messages being like, hey, your account's going to be restricted if you don't do X, Y, and Z. It's like, just be careful of the stuff coming inbound, because once you start putting yourself out there, there's just so much garbage. But I digress. Let's get into scaling success. So I love to inspire people to aspire bigger. Like in the comments, everybody let us know, like, what do you want to achieve in your life? Like, what are your goals? Like, what is it that, like, how do you manifest? What are you manifesting? Like, and then, I'd love to hear from you, Lisa, if you could kick us off on scaling success, because you've been doing this. You've been scaling success and strategies for small businesses.
Sure. So some of the strategies, I think when you're a small business, things to kind of figure out, like, you're depending again, your product or your service, focusing on maybe niche markets where you're going to find a strong demand for your particular product or your service. That can really help as you're figuring out, what direction you're going to scale your business, how fast you're going to scale your business, really becoming, kind of becoming a trusted brand in that space that you're in, so that you're able to grow your customer base steadily. That's, I think, really important in that regard. Financial planning and like securing funding. Maybe again, as part of your scaling, one of your strategies might be entering pitch competitions, or, being aware of different grant programs in your community or in your state or whatever that might be. But, getting business assistance, mentorships, anything you can when you are a small business and you're working on scaling, and being very strategic about where you're spending your money and where you're spending your time, and how much money you're spending, so that you're seeing a good return on your investment in whatever you're doing to help grow your business and scale your business. I think also focusing on kind of what your unique value proposition is, and just really building a strong community around your brand, and or your product, your service, what that might be. And your growth really should be like strategic, ensuring that you're maintaining your quality, you're meeting your customers' expectations as you're growing, as you're expanding, as you're scaling. Keeping all those kinds of things in mind, I think are really important and essential to being successful when you're trying to scale your business.
Yeah, those are great points. What might you add to that, Tenyse?
Yes, those are great points. And definitely just to echo what Lisa said, really just strategic planning, right? You want to make sure you have a clear vision and roadmap for growth, and making sure that you have a realistic approach on in terms of how you want to scale your business, right? So of course we want to scale our business, and we want to maybe generate $1 million this year. But if this year is your first year in business, let's be realistic, right? Let's have realistic goals and think about how you would get there. Just some other points. I remember as way back when I was a elementary school teacher for at an all boys school, and one of the things that I took away from teaching is backwards planning, right? So when you think about like, okay, this is my revenue goal for this year, make sure that it's realistic. Make sure it aligns with your business plan, and also think about your operations, think about your ecosystem. When I work with various clients, like I said, I'm an all hands on approach with my clients. So just ensuring that they have an ecosystem where their operations are efficient, thinking about what product is selling, what really honing in and fine tuning your target audience, right? Making sure you're catering to that audience. Your business, it's not about you anymore. It's about who you're serving, right? So thinking about like, okay, this product is working. People are liking this product. It may not be my favorite, or people, the customers are gravitating towards this sort of color. It could be simple things and simple changes. It's just making sure you're open to that. That can really take your business to the next level. And Lisa, you have a CPG product, so I know you can attest to that when it comes to just colors and how it advertises to a different consumer. So just making sure that you do your market research is really key with scaling your business. And it could be simple as just asking your friends or family, or getting a focus group. So you can start that way too if you're just starting out.
And Tenyse is saying, brand colors, your whole brand image, that sort of thing. So like for Safely Delicious, teal is it is our main color. And the reason for that, and why that from the very beginning when I started this company, teal is the signature color for food allergy awareness, celiac awareness. That's kind of people, they have the teal pumpkin project at Halloween time. So if you see a teal pumpkin hanging on somebody's door when kids are trick-or-treating, they know that house is going to be giving them an allergen free and allergy friendly item. It may not be, it'll be maybe a toy, or maybe it is a treat, but it's allergen free and it's safe for the kids. So different things like that. So the teal color has great significance in the food allergy community. And so I just right off the bat, like I initially used to, when I first started, made my own business card. Like I figured everything out on my own with some program on my computer. And then finally, when I was like, okay, I got to get professional, but I was able to take what my color scheme was and other accent colors I had already started using from day one, and go to somebody professional, be like, okay, this is what I envision. And if you look at our packaging, there's always, teal's the majority. And then we come up with these different colors and the colors are somehow going to be connected potentially to what the flavor is or what the product, like KC Style, the colors of that bag it was meant to be like our Kansas City Chiefs. That's the colors of our football team, So, or you look at the lemony bag and it's that yellow color. So, raspberry, it's that red color. Like each bag, literally, there was a lot of thought I put into like thinking about this isn't just packaging. Like it really has to represent, and as we continue to grow and scale, and we're looking at additional products or additional product lines, or even the that savory medley. We have KC Style, where there's like 3 other versions that I want to eventually release, and they all have a different flavor profile, and they're all somehow reminiscent to something that is connected to me, the founder of the company, and my ethnic background, and the cultures, Italian or French and Spanish. Like there's all these are places I've lived in the United States. All of that plays a huge part in, I'm influencing marketing my own stuff, but it's just how, but we bring all of that, we bring that part of ourselves into our business, and all these different things we're talking about that I think really help our business grow, scale, the way we even personally market ourselves, and how that shows up in whatever our product or service is. I think it's all connected to then what helps us be successful.
I think
Such a great point. Thank you so much for sharing. Sorry. Yes. I loved how you said you're influencer marketing yourself, Lisa. And, founder led branding can be a lot like that. Influencer marketing yourself. I feel like I do the same thing. And we could probably talk about this for another whole hour, but I want to make sure that we get to the guru of the week. Ooh. Now, this is a segment we do every week. I forgot to mention it pre show. So I'm going to pull myself out of the screen, and the two of you will feed off each other, and hopefully you'll recognize these names when I pull them up on the screen. There's two pictures of two people, both who you said that are people that people should go follow, and you recommend that they go follow them on LinkedIn and many of the other channels. But I'm going to take me out of here and put them up here. We go.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I chose Kim Garst. What I just love about her and is she is an AI consultant. She focuses on online marketing, but like AI marketing, and social selling. And I mean, that's becoming a thing, this whole chat GPT and all these other AI things that are happening, and we can't avoid it. Like, it is just becoming part of everyday stuff, and especially when it comes to marketing. And just, I think, I have found great value, and I enjoy reading her posts and her newsletters and all these different things that are helping me better understand the whole AI world, so that I can hopefully effectively use it or incorporate it into my business, into, again, continuing to help that part of my business be successful. But the AI thing is like, again, that's something I'm just now starting to embrace and learn and use. And I'm like, here's somebody, this is what she does. And she, somebody who loves it, is passionate about it. And I'm like, I'm learning a lot from just, from what she has to share. So that's why I picked her.
Yes. So I picked Bob. Bob is actually my colleague. He would kill me if I called him Robert. So but please follow Bob. Bob is my colleague. I'm an adjunct instructor, specialist at George Washington University, teaching the digital marketing certification program. So Bob and I have been working with each other for over 2 years, and he is a digital marketing executive. He has his own newsletter. He knows all things about digital marketing. I mean, we nerd out on data insights, and also just the current trends on digital marketing. So Lisa was just talking about AI. I'm an AI nerd. At actually taught a live workshop, and we teach our students about how to use AI within social media. So Bob and I nerd out on these things, but most importantly, he empowers. He just empowers people to humble brag. He likes to call it, and just talk about just starting. And he's just an amazing person, but also amazing person just to learn from, because he talks about all things digital marketing that you can also use for your business. So this is one of my dearest colleagues here.
That's incredible. Thank you both for sharing two new people for our audience to go follow, get some new content from new people out there on all the social channels. So thank you for that. There's like bugs flying around outside, so we better give away some prizes. You have like 2 seconds to enter to win the hashtag revenue to get the Safely Delicious treats and the 30 minutes with Tenyse. And it looks like that's the only contested prize. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it away. Whoever entered the others will follow up with you in the comments. So let me go ahead and give away hashtag revenue. It looks like we've got a few entries here. Who's going to get this prize? It's going to be either Randy, Erica, the bomb, Elizabeth. So Erica, congratulations, Erica. You are the winner of Safely Delicious. Erica is in Columbus, Ohio. I know that much. And she is the winner. So congratulations, Erica. I have your details, but if you could go to reveting.com/win to send us your information, then we can make sure to mail you the treats, and I have them, so I'll be mailing them to you. But other than that, let me turn this music down. Before we go, could both of you please share with the audience a little bit more to just like pitch yourself? Who do you help? How do you help them? And how can they reach out to you if they wanted to contact you after the show? Go ahead and start with you, Lisa.
So to contact me, so I'm on LinkedIn. You can, connect with me through that. If you are interested in Safely Delicious snacks, we have our website, safelydelicious.com. We ship our products all over the United States. So, you can send me messages even through the website. However, if anybody has questions about what we offer, the different products, the website actually also will list all the ingredients, nutrition information, all that kind of stuff about the Safely Delicious products. And like I said earlier, I mean, our target is people with food allergies, especially children. That is kind of where our little sweet spot is, but our snacks are delicious for everyone and anyone, and that's what's so great about it. So, if somebody does have food allergies, but they are in a social setting and they want to feel included, and everyone around, like, nobody can tell the difference that these are allergen-free snacks. And so that's, the beauty of, again, my kids are who inspired me. All our snacks, interestingly, are also all kid approved. So whatever any of you would be eating, just know that my kids are the pickiest eaters. So there were some versions of some potential flavor options in the past. And if it didn't pass the kids saying, yeah, I would eat this, it's great, it didn't go to market. So we look forward to hopefully connecting with many of the people that have been watching us tonight, and hopefully gain a few new customers. And please share. We're on all the different social media platforms, so would love to have some new followers. And if there's anything we can do to help people with food allergies, happy to be a resource for those that have food allergies or, are new to this space. Like, maybe they just recently got a diagnosis, or one of their kids, and they're feeling a little lost in the world of food allergies. Happy to, talk to somebody and help them on that journey. Everything that I've been living this for over 20 years. So happy to help people that might be new to the journey as well.
That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lisa. And Tenyse, could you do the same? Just to share one more time with the audience, kind of summarize a pitch of yourself and how they can reach you if they want to work with you.
Yes. So hi, everyone. Again, Tenyse, founder, CEO of Verify Consulting, where we help businesses grow. We help businesses grow through awareness, through strategic partnerships, and digital storytelling. So those are some of the problems that we solve. And if you are ready to scale your business, if you're ready to grow your business, and if you're ready to tell your story online, contact me at Tenyse at verifyconsulting.com. We are also on Instagram, Verified Consulting 1. And you can also DM me on LinkedIn or add me on LinkedIn. My name is listed below, but Tenyse Williams. And if you are just like feeling a little like, I don't know how to even leverage a partnership, or where should I start with my digital storytelling, or what sort of tools that I need to use to reach my audience or speak with my audience, I am definitely the one you could speak to and just really be your digital marketing and strategic partnership, I would say, therapist. So I will help shrink your brain and to just get all that creativity in terms of marketing your business out there. And so, yeah, you can reach me on those platforms. And I'm so excited to speak with you all. And I am accepting new clients for Q4. Christmas is coming up. The holidays are here. Back to school is here. So these main holidays are here. So we have to think about how we are going to market your brand. So talk to me. Can't wait.
Yes. reach out to these amazing people who can help you. And thank you, Tenyse. Thank you, Lisa, for joining tonight. This was such a fun conversation.
Thank you for having us. This was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It was an honor to be part of your
Absolutely.
show, Jessie. Thank you so much. This was great fun, and it was wonderful to meet Tenyse.
Yes. It was such an honor to be here. Thank you, Jesse, again for inviting me on your show. Lisa, it was so amazing meeting you. I cannot wait to try your snacks. Oh, I'm so excited. I will do all of it.
I'll get you set up. I will get you set up. Yes, I will take care of you. Absolutely.
Yes. So thank you. And I would love to continue this conversation.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
On that note, I'm eating on all the social channels because these treats are so delicious. So definitely check out Safely Delicious. And what Tenyse is doing, I'm sitting here listening to you. And I'm like, I'm sold, Tenyse. Like, I need to reach out to you. So, y'all, we had some amazing guests on. If you are just now tuning in, go back and listen. You're definitely not going to regret it. But thank you, everyone. And thank you again to our guests for coming.
Wow.